Hi, we here at Rainy Day Fabricating would like to thank you for purchasing or inquiring about the hopper. On this video, I would like to show you how to adapt the hopper jack system and hitch to any brand of auger. As you see here, the collar and shaft that comes with the purchase of the hopper needs to be welded onto the end of your auger. The collar and shaft are used for pulling the auger down the road and supports all the weight of the auger underneath the bin. Therefore, the collar and shaft have to be welded straight and strong. We recommend taking the auger to a journeyman welder to ensure the welds are done right. But if you're able to weld yourself, here are a few steps to help convert your auger to fit the hopper. We recommend before welding or grinding that you have the appropriate safety equipment. Have welding glasses, welding gloves, and welding helmet prior to welding, cutting, or grinding. The very first step is to take the factory hitch off the auger. Just set it aside after you take it off, and we'll be welding the shaft onto the factory hitch on a later step. Step 2 is to completely grind all the paint off the end of the auger. Before you tack the collar, you want to make sure that the holes are straight up and down and center of the auger.
On this step, we recommend you tacking the collar in 3 or 4 different places to make sure that the collar will not pull away from the auger when you go to do your permanent weld.
You know your collar is straight and ready to weld permanently when you set the auger on the ground and your jack is completely flush or straight on the ground.
When you're ready to do the permanent weld, we recommend that you weld the collar all the way around, top, bottom, and sides, but not all at once. Do short little welds to keep the bottom brass bushing from swelling, warping, cracking, or just getting too hot.
We're now ready to weld the shaft onto the factory hitch. Very first step in welding the shaft onto the factory hitch is to cut the piece of metal, the shaft, off the factory hitch. Again, we recommend you grinding all the paint off the factory hitch before welding the shaft onto the factory hitch.
When you are tacking the shaft, you want to make sure that the shaft is centered, that the shaft is straight, and the holes line up with the collar that's already welded onto the auger. After you have tacked the shaft on all sides, take the hitch to the auger to make sure all is straight and centered. After you inspect the hitch and all is straight, weld the shaft onto the hitch all the way around the shaft. Now you're ready to use your hopper.